Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Timber and Stone. We are continuing where we left off. They are still building and going crazy. We're just deconstructing that. We're going to put this other stuff up here. I need to go to Objects, Doors, and we need to put another fence gate here. I need to unpause it so that I can see which way it swings. We need it to swing that way. And then out here, we need to put another fence gate, and it needs to swing this way. And it needs to go right there. Alright, so now we've got our fence complete, and what that'll let me do is I can then set all of this and all of this as livestock area. I'm not going to do it yet because, well, yeah, because they're not quite done. I want to wait, and let's get you over here. Can you destroy this? Can you destroy that or not? I want to get this wall built really badly because this happened to walk around and that junk is just, you know, not so great. But it'll work. Yeah, he can tear that up. Outstanding. Alright, so just letting them build now. They got, oh, look at all that, how fast. Look how fast they've mined that all up. Like in 15 minutes, so. And took them all of 15 minutes to mine all that. But that's because if you look at the miners, 20, 20, 16, 13, 13. Yeah, I didn't show you all this. Our miners, they got some levels because we had so many of them. But so did some of our builders. We got a few builders that are high too. 20, 17, 12, a couple at 9. Now these 9 started at 1. So 7, 6, 6, 6, 7, 6, 6, 3, 3. Yeah. So we've got some levels. We've got a few 20 professions. Our blacksmith, if you haven't noticed by now, has actually, because of making all those ingots and ores, is now level 20. She has completed making all of her stuff, I guess. No, she's got curious times too. Why are you down here chilling? I guess maybe we're out of them special ores. I figured we might run out, but no, we got 15. All right. Is she not a blacksmith? Did I make her a trader or something and forget to change her back? No, she's a blacksmith. What is she doing? Waiting for 1 second. What are you doing? She's not doing anything, and you got a queue for curiouses. All right, let's select it. Let's see. We probably don't. We don't have any leather made. All right, I wasn't paying attention. Look how much cloth we got now, though. It's not a big deal. I'm sure we got 70. We got plenty of animal hide. All right, so we'll make 50. No, let's make it all. Why not? 70. 70 and 70. All right, let's make sure that Belisar is tailoring. And he is. He's a level 20 tailor now. All right. And it hasn't been that I've done anything special. I've just kept them busy. I mean, like when this guy did cotton, I haven't made anything, but when this guy made cotton, we had a lot of cotton. As you can see, I've made almost 1,000 cloth. So that's what got him to level 20. And my stonemasons, we've made several thousand plaster and brick. So that's what's leveled them up. Look at the timber. When you make these things in large quantities, they go up really quick. I got 157 standard ingots from all this, and she made like 120 of those. We bought a few. But out of all the ore, she's ended up getting enough ore to make 150 something, or 120 or so. And we've made probably 100 of these, maybe 150 of these, and then smelted them into strong ingots, which we've used like 60 of the 75 already that I made. So yeah, it's coming along. All right. So, got plenty of food. 1450. Did the game? Oh no, it was saving or something. I don't know what was going on there. So hopefully, I need to get some beds down. We've got this all done. I guess we can do the beds. All right. So we need to get some beds built because I don't have any beds built. I'm literally out of beds. So we're going to go to comfortable bed, and it goes right there, and then the next one goes where? Was we going to have to put them too close? I can't remember. I think we can do it though. 2, and the next one goes there, and then there. And I think we had enough room to go with a, where's that fireplace? With a fireplace. Oh yeah, it's exactly right. Had exactly enough room. Perfect. And it sits perfectly. That's it. That's how we wanted it. Fireplace in the back. We're going to do the roof this way. Kind of like we did with the front of this one. You know how you got the front here and then the roof goes forward at an angle? Well, the front's going to be here and the roof's going to go forward at an angle. And it'll fit that chimney fine. Had we come this way with it, the chimney might not have been covered, or it might have been completely covered up. So we're going to go this way. And that's that. So we've got beds. That's the important thing right now. So let's get back over to this and let's see what's going wrong over here. We need to send us a couple, we need a couple of these guys. Let's watch him, let him empty his inventory. And we'll send David over there. David actually requested to be a miner on the channel. So he gets left as a miner no matter what. I won't ever change him out of that. We got David as a miner. Mark is our engineer. We need to get this guy, Jeffrey. I think he's low level. Yeah, he's level 3. We need to get him over here. I need to keep remember to put him over there. And all 3 of our soldiers are now all over 10. I think Adam might only be 10. He might be 11. He's 11. He just hit 11. With the training dummies, you can train till 11. With the archery targets, you can train till 11. That's it. You can't go any further. Or actually, I think the archery targets are less. I don't think they go to 11. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out with this guy. Because I've got plenty of materials. We can just keep making them until he caps out. All right. It's really coming together, though. It's really starting to look like a town. Once we look at all that, see, we've got still all these ores to pick out. And I'll do that off camera. Basically, what I'll do is I'll just designate each one to be dug up. They'll dig them up, and then I'll fill it back in with stone. That's not necessarily anything that I need to broadcast. All right, the problem now is that they can't get to this area. So let's give them some scaffolding. And I really don't miss ladders anymore. I mean, I did at first, to be honest with you. I really kind of did. I'm not going to say that I didn't, because I did. All right, we're going to do it like this. I'm going to try and do this a different way and see if it works out a little faster. And then go like this. There we go. That does work a little better. All right, what we need to do, though, on that one, though, for right now, is do like that. And we'll leave that. That way he can build it up, and then they can get on. They can walk on. We'll then eventually remove that to put that edge of the roof on. But right now we won't. But that's all that I'll have to do is delete them too, and then build the roof, and they'll build the roof on the edge, and then be able to walk up the roof. Perfect. Perfectamundo. All right, let's see what else we got going on. We got wolves. Ooh, we're about to pass through the day too. I forgot to kill wolves in the last episode. Oh, that's right. I was going to wait and save it for this episode. Well, we're at the point now to where we've got enough people, as you can see, 31 people, that I am able to keep my 2 infantry, actually my 3 infantry, and my 3 archers as archers and infantry. I don't have to change them around. Now, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to check Quentin. Did you get that good sword? Yeah, he's got the broadsword. He's got the tower shield. He's got the armet. He doesn't have... Oh, wait, no. Curious? I think the breastplate's better. Let's see. Curious? No, no, it's Coisus. Curious. Where's the chests? Chest. Okay, yeah, no, the Curious is the best. So he's got the Curious, and then he's got Greaves. So yeah, he's all decked out. That's the best gear. What about Zach? Hopefully Zach is in the best gear. Broadsword, tower shield, armet, breastplate, and Greaves. So he still needs a Coius. Has it not been made? No. Okay, why are we not making the Curious? Emma. Alright, Selfina. Oh, that's right, she didn't have the leather. But she should have it now. Let's see, did it get made? Leather, 1. Why aren't we making leather? He's got 70 still to be made. Belisarius. Oh, he's doing it right now. No, he's making cloth. Qui. Huh? Oh, good Lord, he's got 32 cloth ahead of it. Let's move to top. There. Now, after this cloth, he'll start making leather. What are you doing? I did find out something else that kind of, you know, I paid attention. And this I just happened to notice. Remember how I mentioned that tools can't break after you get past the stone? Well, it also tells you that. And I did not know that. You might have mentioned it. Somebody might have already commented by now. I don't know. But as of this moment, nobody has. If you look at the knife, it doesn't say that it's breakable. And I have lost a knife, so I don't know what happens to them. But they don't seem to break. Now, if you go to, like, stone tongs, see how it says breakable? And then if you go to solid tongs, it doesn't. You go to strong tongs, it doesn't. I never noticed that until yesterday. And that would make sense as to why the solid and strong versions of these weapons, or these items, tools, don't break. Or at least don't seem to break. I've yet to see one break. I haven't seen a message or anything like that saying that one broke. I have just noticed that, like, one's disappeared. Like I've had the knife just disappear. I don't know where it went. And my only thing is that the guy that I lost, no, because it was on my forager. So my only concern is that maybe that knife, the only thing that I can figure is maybe that knife was on the Belisar the First. Maybe Belisar the First was a forager at some point, and he had grabbed that knife. I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of throwing out garbage here. But we need to grab these two guys. All right, Quentin. And where's the other? Where's Zach? Is that Zach? Yeah, and Zach. Let's get them moving. All right, there they go. Why do they walk all the way down to that edge? I just don't know. All right, these doors, like this one, I need to turn it around. When we rebuild it down here, we'll turn it around. You want your doors to swing in. Now, I changed my doors because of what Ethel said. I had my doors, remember I had them swinging out? I thought that if you had the doors swinging out, it meant that your guys could always walk through them. And it's backwards. You need your doors to swing in because then your guys can open the door and go through and fight whatever's on the other side. If something's on the other side, your guys can't open the doors because he's blocking the door. So you can't push the door open. If that makes any sense. It did to me, at least. Oh, get on the road. There you go. All right, we're going to go kill these wolves in the dark. How about that? That's how crazy we are. They need to be killed before morning, though. We didn't get a migrant today. And that might be because we didn't have enough beds. I didn't have any extra beds made. And that could be a factor. I don't know if it's a factor. I'm guessing here. But it might be. I have noticed that there's been like 3 days, maybe 4 days total, out of all 30 days. There have been, well, no. Yeah, we lost a guy. Well, let's see. You start at day 1 with 8 people. So we lost a guy. That left us with 7. We're at 30 days, so that's 29 guys. That would be 36 guys we'd have. And we've got 31. So out of 30 days, there's been 5 days we did not get a new person. And those 5 days could very easily be 5 days we didn't have a bed. There comes a wolfie right there. Look at him. He wants to play. We'll go. Goodbye, spider. All right, we're going to get them wolves. Here we go. All 4 of them coming. I don't like the way the wolves, the mechanics, because they'll run by your guys. Like if I set that guy to charge the enemy. Now they're going to chase after him, and he's going to run past them and turn around and come back. Yeah, that was just slaughter. I just killed like, what, 6 wolves? Yeah, that's the new, alright, there's another one over there. Alright, we'll send you over there. Actually, we can probably send you about there. We're going to take you. We're going to look and see if there's any left around here. And there's one. So we got 2 wolves left to go finish off. And that's the benefits of our labor right there, folks. We went from being these weaklings to 2 of our melee easily, very easily slaughtering these wolves. 6 wolves. 2 melee just to completely demolish 6 wolves. Alright, let's set that up to gather resources. We'll gather some resources. Gather some resources. I can't get the other ones, I don't believe, until they... There's another one right there, too. Alright, well, we'll check back. Let's go over here. Where's our other guy? There he goes. Poor little wolf ain't gonna know what hit him. Oh, he's moving already, though. Come get some, son. Done. Gather resources. Alright, let them go back. Because I'm pretty sure that's all of them. We'll check real quick. Yes. We'll watch you, let you do your thing. There we go. Now we can gather resources on that other one. Yeah, that was a lot of wolves right there. Let's see if he gets both of them. If we ended up clicking both of them. Nope, he's full. So we'll have to come back and check. I just want to make sure that there ain't nothing else popped up before we get all roosted down. Alright. So we can pay attention to this back now. We're still mining some more. We got these bricks removed over here, so now we can get back to working on this properly. Alright, design, construction. See there, it's blank sometimes, but if you just click it and then go back again, then this will actually pop up, right? I don't know why it does it. Just a little bug. I'm sure that they'll notice it and fix it. Alright, let's go to walls, pale brick. And we want all of that to be in pale brick. Yes. And is that to the edge? No, it's not. I can't tell. No, that ain't supposed to go to the edge, is it? No, it's not. It's supposed to be the edge and then in and up. So the edge and then in and up. So this one needs to be canceled. I almost messed up there. Alright, and then, hang on, I'm thinking. Yep, then into. I should go into here, to be honest with you. But I've already set up over there. So we'll go across. Wait, come into. And then go up 1. And then come over, go up 2, and then come over and go up 3. There we go. That's what we wanted. We'll do the same thing here. Alright, we need that's an edge for right there. Okay, we do need that there. To there. To there. To there. And then there. Them chimneys are barely going to make it out, but they are. There we go. Alright. Let's close all this up. It's nighttime. I don't like working at night. I want to kind of monitor these guys that are sleeping in these comfortable beds and see if their fatigue gets filled up faster. If their fatigue gets filled up so much faster, then I might be able to replace all these with the comfortable beds and knock another time slot off of their sleep pattern and let them work an additional, period. But we'll see. That's, look at all that ore. There's just so much of it there. But after this episode, I'll go in and designate it all to be dug and whatnot. That way you're not sitting there watching me do 50 little tiles. We can get rid of that. There you go, boys. Get it built. Once they get all this built, then we can do our cross beams, which we're going to do out of that castle block, or the castle brick, and then we can put our roof on, and this building will pretty much be done except for the basement. We still need to finish the basement. And that goes all the way up. That actually works out good right now. I'll have to take an edge off whenever we get to do the roof, but not until. We can do all of the roof except for that side, and then I can just build it then. So we can leave it all like it is right now. Oh, they're all going to bed. When you get this many people, you still have to kind of watch your rest area often at night. At least while they're all working their way to get in beds, because every once in a while you'll have somebody that'll be just so tired that by the time they get to here, they'll just lay down and go to sleep. Oh, you can just click them and make them walk over there, kind of force walk them. Did we get them beds made? Yeah, we did. So we should have 3 empty beds here. And right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's one person that's out, which is probably a wood chopper coming back. So if you kind of watch over here, you'll have a tendency to see them come in. There he is right there. And there he goes. So everybody made it to bed. And then we got, oh no, we're missing somebody out of that bed. That's my carpenter's bed. Why didn't he go to his bed? Oh, because these were set to anyone. I think all my farmers would have laid down in here, though, because that would have been the closest. Well, 3 of them did. All right, wait a second. We're still missing a couple people then. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I guess what we're going to have to do is we're going to look at the people. Allison is a farmer. Ownership. Oh, and we're going to set this bed to Allison. Owned by settler. Good Lord, there's so many. All right, here's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to do it, though. I'm going to check the settler that's in the bed, and then I'm going to set the bed for that particular settler. And then I'm going to basically, well, the only problem with that, yeah, I can do that. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking it might just be best to just leave it to available to anyone. But then again, I don't know. What my concern is that if everybody's got a bed, and maybe Ethel, you can answer this for me. But I'm sure that I'll be 5 or 6 videos ahead of this one by then. But when you assign a bed to somebody, does it make that person always use that bed? So like if I say, like this is Allison, and I set this bed ownership, and I go in and I find Allison. She's around here somewhere, I'm sure. There it is, Allison. All right, now that bed's assigned to Allison. Is Allison going to always sleep in that bed, or will she sleep in one of these beds that's set for anybody? Like this bed's, all these are set for anybody. If Allison's over here, will Allison go over here and get one of these beds that's set for anybody, or will Allison always go get in her bed? That's my question. If she will always go get in her bed, then this system's perfect. If she won't, then it can be problematic. I can see problems. Because if I set all of the beds to people, and I then have to set all these to people too, or leave them, to where nobody can sleep in them. There goes somebody right there. Leave them to where nobody can sleep in them. Because what will happen is that if Allison, who's got a bed, sleeps in one of the very few beds that's set for anybody, then somebody's going to be stuck, because then nobody can sleep in Allison's bed. If I've got exactly enough beds for my people. Like I got 31 people. And I've got 30, well, I've got 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. I got 35 beds now. But when I get 4 more people in, I'll be stuck 35 and 35. And if every bed's assigned to somebody, except for, you know, like I put 2 extras. That way I can have 2 extras for new people that come. And if one of my normal people that have a bed assigned to them sleep in one of them 2 beds, then the new people won't have beds to sleep in, is what I'm trying to get at. I mean, I'll have to basically, every time somebody comes in, assign a bed to them. And that's fine. That's doable. It's not a big deal. It's not a real concern. But you might overlook it and then find somebody sleeping on the floor and you can't figure out why. Then you have to go try and find his bed. And, you know, with these communal living things, it would be nice that if it doesn't, it might already work. You know, we'll find out tomorrow. Because I set that bed to Allison. And here, while we're watching, because this will be the end of this episode. All right, Snuffleupagus. Here's what we'll do. We'll test it. So, owned by settler. And then Snuffleupagus. There we go. And then let's see who this is. Who is that? That's Roman Candle. Ownership. Owned by settler. Let's find. He should have been one of the top. There it is right there. Roman Candle. And then let's look around and find our other farmer. Because we can just hit you. Let's go to you. Let's go to farmers. Alice Leopold. And Adelia Wilson. So Leopold will get this bed. We can find that right now, actually. Assigned by settler. Choose owner. Leopold. All right, now let's find Leopold. Is he over here in this? No. Nobody got in that. Okay, let's find Leopold. Oh, well, I could just do this. Leopold, jump. There we go. All right, Leopold. Stand up. All right, he's going to eat. All right, whoa. He's going to eat. Now let's watch him. If he goes over there and gets in his bed, my answer's solved. If he doesn't, my question's answered, rather. Either way, my question's answered. If he goes and gets in that bed, then they do. They go get in their beds, no matter. And no, he's not. He's going over here to get in a random bed, even though he's got a bed assigned to him that's empty. So that might be something you guys might want to do, you know, going through the whole deal. I mean, what's the sense in assigning beds to people if they're not going to use them? I mean, other than keeping other people out of their beds and making that bed possibly available to them, it really doesn't do much. And maybe you're already thinking about it, but, you know, again, you know, make them, it would be nice that when you label a bed for a particular person, if that person always slept in that bed no matter what. I mean, that's the only purpose to label a bed for a person, is so that that person sleeps in it. I mean, I like to keep my farmers here, you know, and they'll be working here. And if I've got tool chests and all that other stuff, maybe tomorrow, because he's going to be closer to this bed, he'll go get in that bed because he's closer to it and it's labeled for him. But I would like for them to always be forced to go, you know, if possible, to go get in their own beds, my point. Anyhow, I mean, I've explained it in a strange way, so it's kind of, you know, sounds weird. But like when I set this bed for my herder, I want my herder to sleep in that bed. That's why I've set that bed for him. I don't want him to sleep over here in communal bedding because he happens to be over here when it's time to go to bed, you know, whatever. I want him to go, okay, it's time to go to bed. I'm going home, and I'm going to go get in I'm going home, and I'm going to go get in my bed. You know, that's what I want. Because then I can leave these beds as unlabeled, and when I get new people, they'll temporarily bunk there until I assign them a bed. And I don't have to immediately worry whenever I bring in a new person, because you guys see me. When I bring in a new person, I go about doing my own thing. You know, I keep going. I just, okay, are they good or bad? Okay, they're good. They're okay. All right, I'll keep them. And then I might change their job, but I then go back to doing it. It took me 2 days just to assign that last, my third melee gear, because I didn't plan to use him for a little while. So I just went on back to building and digging and doing what I was doing. And then I eventually got around to assigning him gear. Well, that's another thing that I'll have to always remember to do, is assign them beds. And then make sure that none of my free beds are free beds. So I don't, you know, that's just, It's an unnecessary event. Anyhow, it's an idea. It's not a demand, because I don't make very many demands. I just demand that you keep watching my videos. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed this mini rant and, you know, some building that we got done. And if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And tomorrow in the next episode, we're going to move our animals over here because all of this is done. I think we even got the door on. Yes, I can't tell. No, I actually need to place a door. But I'll place a door first, and then we'll move all of our herd animals over here. We'll figure out how to do that, because I don't know. I'm thinking that if I just undesignate that area and designate an area over here, he'll do it. But that's a lot of freaking animals to be running around. So we will see. We will see. All right, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.